Jungkook didn't just surprise fans in Are You Sure? Season 2, he triggered a global meltdown with one simple line. A line that made millions wonder, how does he know that about Jimin's house? Tonight, we dive into the moment that shook the fandom. Everything began innocently. Just Jimin and Jungkook, two men who have known each other for more than a decade, reuniting on screen with the same warmth fans have missed for so long. But then a single comment changed the entire atmosphere. During a casual chat about their daily routines, Jungkook suddenly mentioned something strangely specific about Jimin's living space. Not a generic detail, not something the public would know, but something personal enough to make Jimin stop, blink, and let out that soft, disbelieving laugh fans know all too well. And in that split second, a wave of emotions rippled across the fandom. Because it wasn't the comment itself, it was how Jungkook said it. With ease, with familiarity, like someone who didn't need to guess, because he already knew. The camera captured Jimin's reaction perfectly. Eyes widening, shoulders relaxing, a smile tugging at the corner of his lips, equal parts amused, and I can't believe you just said that on camera. And Jungkook, he simply grinned, a quiet, confident grin that sent fans screaming into their pillows. Within minutes, the scene exploded across social media. Clips on TikTok, threads on X, reactions on Instagram. Global fans began dissecting the moment frame by frame, reading every micro-expression, every shift in tone, every tiny detail. Because this wasn't just an offhand remark. This was a glimpse into a dynamic built on years of trust, comfort, and unspoken understanding. And for the first time in a long time, fans felt like they were witnessing the raw, unscripted chemistry that has always made Jimin and Jungkook unforgettable on screen. But the real question remained, why did that comment feel so intimate? And what did it reveal about their bond in Season 2? To understand why this moment struck so deeply, we have to look at something more powerful than any single line. The natural rhythm between Jimin and Jungkook throughout Are You Sure? Season 2, from the very first episode, their chemistry felt different, stronger, softer, more mature. There's a quiet familiarity in the way they interact now. The kind of closeness that doesn't ask for attention but shines through effortlessly. Jungkook listens when Jimin speaks, really listens. His eyes soften, his posture shifts, and his smile becomes something gentle, something only longtime friends share. Jimin, in turn, moves toward Jungkook almost subconsciously. He leans in when he laughs. He nudges him when he teases. He looks at Jungkook first before reacting to anything around him. It's a choreography born from years of being side by side. And Season 2 captures this beautifully. Whether they're deciding what to eat, joking about past memories, or simply existing in shared silence, there's a sense of ease that feels almost cinematic. That's why the house comment struck so hard. Because it didn't come from nowhere. It came from a foundation fans could already feel. A connection that's lived in, comfortable, and undeniably real. Fans flooded comment sections with messages like, "He said it so naturally, like someone who's been there." Jimin's reaction wasn't shock, it was recognition. Season 2 Jikook feels like a different era. And the emotional weight of these reactions didn't come from exaggeration or wishful thinking. It came from the authenticity of what was shown. Season 2 didn't manufacture dramatic tension. It didn't force chemistry. It simply placed Jimin and Jungkook in the same frame and let the natural spark do the work. But the moment that truly sealed the emotional impact, the silent look they shared right after the remark. A look full of history, a look full of memories, a look that said more than words ever could. But let's rewind. What exactly made fans react so strongly to something so small? It's the emotional context, the history behind the moment, the years of watching these two grow not just as artists, but as people. Jimin and Jungkook have always shared a unique dynamic, one that blends brotherhood, trust, comfort, and an almost intuitive awareness of each other. Season 2 reveals that this hasn't faded with time. If anything, it's deepened. It's in the little things. The way Jungkook mirrors Jimin's tone without realizing it. The way Jimin softens when Jungkook laughs. The way their conversations drift naturally into inside jokes only they understand. To fans who followed them since debut, these details are emotional proof of a bond that has survived distance, schedules, the pressures of fame, and years of personal growth. So when Jungkook casually referenced something about Jimin's house, the reaction wasn't just surprise. It was recognition of how deeply their lives are intertwined. Not because of rumors, not because of speculation, but because of the genuine closeness they've shown for years. It was a reminder that behind the cameras, the awards, the fame, there are two people who still speak to each other with the same warmth they had as teenagers. And that's why fans felt emotional. Because moments like this aren't scripted, they're lived. And Season 2 captured that authenticity with breathtaking clarity. But this brings us to the bigger question viewers couldn't ignore. What does this moment reveal about the evolution of their friendship today? The answer lies not in the words, but in the emotional tone of Season 2. Jimin and Jungkook feel settled, comfortable, at peace with each other in a way that radiates through the screen. There's no awkwardness, no distance, no sense of trying to perform a friendship. Instead, we see two adults who have lived through the biggest years of their lives together, who have endured challenges, shared victories, and built memories that most people never experience. That level of shared history is rare, and it creates a bond that viewers can feel instantly. So when Jungkook mentioned something personal and Jimin reacted with that soft, surprised smile, it didn't feel invasive. It felt like witnessing a quiet, human moment between two people who know each other incredibly well. For fans, this wasn't about whether Jungkook had access to anything. It was about the emotional connection behind the line. The way it reflected familiarity, trust, and closeness. Season 2 didn't sensationalize their relationship. It simply captured the sincerity that has always defined them. And that's why the moment will be remembered. Not because it was dramatic, but because it was real. As the episode ended, global fans were left with a lingering warmth. The kind that stays with you long after the screen fades to black. It wasn't about the line. It wasn't about the speculation. It was about the emotional truth beneath it. Jimin and Jungkook still share a connection that feels honest, natural, and deeply rooted in years of shared life. The How's moment was simply a spark, a reminder of how effortlessly they fit together on screen, how instinctively they understand each other, and how meaningful their bond remains. For fans, these small moments are treasures, not because they build theories, but because they remind us of the human relationships behind the global fame. If Season 2 continues with this level of authenticity, one thing is certain: the emotional journey has only just begun, and viewers around the world are ready. Not for gossip, not for rumor, but for the heartfelt, genuine connection that only Jimin and Jungkook can create.